my god. I've already been like 15 spots.
It's so scary. I know that. Like, I know yeah, it was like, but I was like, oh, no way. What's that? Okay, fine.
Person said no outs.
Oh, I love the whole family's back.
No way. My brother and my dad.
Can you take a photo with us?
Yeah, sure. You want? Oh, we're also wearing. Hi, Congressman.
I usually should.
Let's get him over here. You want me to?
Do you mind if we took a photo with you?
No, that'd be great.
How did I know that's supposed to be?
Why hardly ever take pictures.
No, I'll give you my phone.
All right, okay.
And I was in different we're going to do Jewish war veterans.
All right.
Here we go. Here we go. We told him
I
that.
did not know that until he told me.
Tell him.
I don't know, but that's not a good idea.
So, me too. Hey, you know who gave the green light? Mike Pompeo. He's on the board.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, so Ukraine is very bipartisan.
Okay, Alexis.
Not
Ready?
very good.
Light in his bright.
Completely bipartisan.
Thank God he made it.
Yeah.
Which way, Ari?
They held up
This way or that way?
5 months
Whatever you want.
for Ukraine.
On just on the other side, Ross.
I
Other
know.
side, other side.
They held up
I was
for
on
Israel
showing
for 5 months. So.
And that hurt too.
Okay, sir. This is another chair. Our board chair.
Hey,
Ross,
Philip.
Do not need thanks. I thank all of you for being here. Though your hearts may be broken, you are not. Israel is not. Israel is whole and dedicated and focused. And we are with them. Emma, thank you for your remarks. I know that you're frustrated, but I know also that you are committed. Enough and Ella, that plaintive feeling that you expressed, or an author expressed, that I want to be safe there. I've been to Israel 20 times in every decade since the 70s. I've been to Sderot. I don't know how many of you have been to Sderot. I've been to Kfar Assam. I needed to be there. And I need to be with all of you. And I thank all of you for being here, for showing up, for raising the flag of morality, of international law, and of humanity. Compelled by my love for our alma mater and Darrell Pines, I say thank you. Thank you for standing up. Thank you for representing the University of Maryland and the best that is within us. I'm here because of my deep admiration and love for Israel and the Jewish community, and my unwavering belief in justice and human rights. I stand with all of you and with Israel and with all those who live or visit Israel on a regular basis in this moment of pain and peril. Jews still feel the pain of 1,200 Israelis murdered a year ago. Young people, 1,200 people in Israel would be as if 40,000 of our fellow citizens here in America had been killed in a day. You don't have to be Jewish to understand that pain and how it connects to generations of trauma. Indeed, millennia of trauma. May the memory of those lost be a blessing. We pray for the safe return of hostages who remain in Gaza. I took my suit coat off so I could display this t-shirt as I spoke. But on my t-shirt I have the yellow ribbon, remembering those who have been lost and those who we hope come home soon. We give thanks. The light is resting on my paper. We give thanks for those who made it home, and we hold out hope for every family to be reunited. I've met with many of those families. The wrenching pain that they felt and the extraordinary commitment they made to bringing their loved ones home. Our humanity demands that we not only remember those stolen from us, but that we recognize October 7th for what it was, a depraved terrorist attack, which Hamas carried out in accordance with its self-declared mission that all of you know too well, and apparently of which so many of our fellow citizens are ignorant. That mission, of course, is to kill Jews and eliminate Israel. The terrorists murdered and abducted infants and mutilated corpses. They executed parents in front of their children. They raped and tortured civilians. There is no context, none whatsoever, that could ever justify such a deliberate brutality. The trauma of October 7th, however, did not start on October 7th. Hamas designed the attack, its scope, its location, its methods to weaponize Jewish history's darkest memories. It is the most recent chapter in one of history's longest struggles. The Jewish people have been yearning for a ceasefire for over 2,000 years. Hear me, we hear people talking about a ceasefire. There was a ceasefire when? On October 7th. There was a ceasefire. But terrorists refused to cease fire. Sadly, the anguish Jews experienced on October 7th has not ceased. It has continued each of the 365 days since, not only in Israel, which has remained under steady bombardment from Iran and its proxies, but throughout the diaspora. The foul cancer of anti-Semitism has festered around the world since October 7th. It metastasizes. We need to assure each of us, particularly those of us who are not Jewish, that we confront hate and prejudice and bigotry and anti-Semitism wherever we find it. Neither our country nor our campus has been spared the peril and horror of anti-Semitism. We all know what's happening on campus right now. We also know that parroting propaganda from Iran and Hamas does not make you enlightened. Indeed, it reflects an ignorance that is dangerous and abhorrent. We know that downplaying the human suffering the terrorists unleashed on October 7th is not nuanced, it is degrading. And we know that intimidating mourners at a vigil is not courageous, it is cowardly and dangerous. What they call resistance, we recognize as bigotry. In truth, we are the resistance. All of us, standing together. Marylanders from different backgrounds, people from New Jersey and Philadelphia and so many other places that I just had the opportunity to say hi to. In truth, we are the resistance. All of us standing together, Marylanders from different backgrounds, resisting hate and anti-Semitism as one. Hate and anti-Semitism. Two forms of the same antithetical feeling. To all the Jewish students here who have walked the University of Maryland's campus with trepidation, that should not be. That should not be. I want to be safe there. That's what that woman said in that book that was just read. Those of you who have covered their Star of David or removed their kippah, who are afraid to wish each other Shana Tova, aloud in public, know this. You do not walk alone. I'm a Baptist. I'm a Danish American. And when they threaten you, they threaten me. I say that from history's point of view. You heard it about Germany. It is true as well here and everywhere. Wherever hate rises and metastasizes, we all lose. We are all at risk. We will keep walking beside you. We will keep walking together until Jews can walk in peace and safety everywhere. On this campus, in this country, and yes, around the world. The ancient song and prayer we are about to sing declares that all the people of Israel, when in distress, are brothers and sisters. I don't know how many of you know John Lewis or knew of John Lewis. He is died. He was one of the great civil rights leaders in America. Civil rights for all people. And he said in a sign that I have in front of my office, 10 feet from the Jewish flag, from the Israeli flag, he said, if you see something that's not right, that's not fair, that's not just, you need to stand up. You need to speak up. You need to speak out against hate and bigotry and prejudice and the demeaning of our humanity. Never forget, we who stand with you tonight and always, we too, I am, as John Lewis called me, a brother. He was black and I am white, and he and I were brothers. Because we were human beings. And the humanity of human beings that was directed to one another will strengthen us, you, and each of us. As President Biden stated earlier today, and I quote, on this day of remembrance, which also falls during the holiest days of the Jewish calendar, we honor the indomitable spirit of the Jewish people. On one of my trips, as a matter of fact, 4 or 5 of the trips that I've gone on to Sderot, we asked moms who are there with their children, why do you stay here in Sderot, where the gymnasium is a bomb shelter, a mile from Gaza? And the inevitable response we get is there is nowhere to run. At any event, this is our home. No one should have to run. Everyone should be safe there. He concluded, we honor the indomitable spirit. If the president were here, he would look at all of you and say, you are representative of that indomitable spirit. We mourn the victims of October 7th. May their memory be a blessing. And we pledge every effort, Jew and Gentile, men and women, blacks and white. We understand that your rights and my rights are contingent upon each of us having those rights and to be safe there. May God bless all of you. May God bless and protect Israel. And may God bless with a sense of purpose and understanding the United States of America. Thank you.
Yeah,
That
no,
was-
I said, like,
Okay,
we were
yeah.
both involved in
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
particular situation.
I was in touch with David Bernstein
I'll leave you
and
to-
Eugene
nice to meet you.
Kontorovich, and was like, hey, how well can I bluff a Title VI case here? And they were like, I don't know, you have to bluff it.
Yeah.
So I went into their thing, like student affairs office.
Yeah.
Not student affairs. It was.
No, it was student affairs, 'cause
Office
it
of
was-
Diversity.
it was Rose's office.
The ODIME office,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
And I walked in and I said, I hear that you guys are trying to have Hillel move out of the space and give to the GEO office, the study abroad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they said that it was a student intern, didn't know anything about it.
Yeah.
I said, well, I need to speak to this guy immediately. And they said, well, he won't be in today. I said, when can I get a meeting? Next week. And I said, okay, you should just tell him there's a pending lawsuit. And
You said Title VI.
I said, there's a pending Title VI lawsuit. And I took all the Jews that came with me and I ushered them out. I didn't let them say a word. I pushed them all out the door. I had a call on my phone before we made it back to Hillel asking us to come back.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we had a meeting. We had a meeting 15
You didn't
minutes
even make
after.
it out of the building.
Yeah, we were like,
So why not do it now? Because you have like the student organization trying to do divestment, which is against Maryland law. And then I was wondering, I mean, we got two of your alum who have been AWOL or silent so far, and they should have something. Sergey Brin,
Sergey Brin.
the co-founder of Google,
Oh.
and Kevin Plank,
Oh, okay.
Under Armour.
Yeah. I thought you went to Salisbury.
No, who? Kevin?
Kevin, I thought
I think he spent some time here.
Okay. So I know that there are students that are obviously interested in pursuing this avenue. Like, as the organization of Hillel, we of course haven't explored it because we're not students. We're only university affiliates, so we're not entitled to the same rights. So, I know that there are students that are looking for that kind of evidence, but, at the end of the day, like, we're a step removed from their process because we're only university affiliates, so we don't have the same actionable...
But any individual...